Oh yeah, so I see.
I just need to do that. So you know how to share your screen?
If I know how to do what?
Share your screen.
I just know that there is a share screen option, and you just click on it.
All right.
And
So I'm going to make you do that.
you want me to try something?
You should say you're the host now.
Oh dear.
But the meeting hasn't started because there's still people in the meeting who want to wait.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
So what you need to tell me?
Well, so far, all you need to do at this point is when you're ready to start the meeting, you activate the person and share your screen. Or you could share your screen now because I will be what's on it. So it's the green button at the bottom of the screen, the green arrow.
Okay.
And
Oh
then
yes.
it's going to ask you which screen you want to share.
For people are entering the waiting room for the meeting. Which screen I want to share? I just say share screen.
Repeat that?
I just seeing share screen. That's what I'm accustomed to seeing.
So you clicked on share screen, right?
No.
Okay.
I click on it now. But I need to give it something to. I need to give it something that I want to share.
Right. Hold on a second, just have coming.
Okay.
Hello?
Me?
Hello? Yeah.
Oh.
You're okay?
I hope so. A plugin is required to share an iPhone or iPad screen. That's not for me.
What are you using?
I use my computer, laptop.
Oh. No, that wouldn't be for you, but that's what it's saying?
Yeah. It says install, so I wonder if I should.
Yeah, man, go ahead and install.
Listen, I'm an umpire, you know, I'm not a computer technician.
I understand.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I say share video and I say share screen.
Yes, so it says you have started screen sharing, but I'm not seeing what you're sharing.
I'm not sharing anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Are you seeing something now?
Not yet.
But you see, when I go into PowerPoint, all that comes up. Oh, I see a share sign up there. Pause, new share. Start video. Which one?
New share.
That's new share. Eek. And that's
So
it.
when you do that, it doesn't bring the screen. It
I'd
doesn't
say
ask you which screen
something.
you want to show.
I see that is screen and boy. Oh, see a share mark down here. You are screen sharing. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
What does it look like?
When you're in the editing mode, so maybe you need to start the slideshow.
Oh. Pause, annotate, start video. Okay.
No, that's a video. So go back to the PowerPoint and then click on all the way at the top where it says, you see that icon that looks like a little play option. No. To your left and up.
To my left.
Go all the way to the top above the right, that one.
Oh, start from the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right. So now all you need to do is click on it to move it forward. So if you're ready to admit the person, you can go to where it says the participant, it should be on the right of the screen.
Yeah, at the top of my screen.
Where it says admit all.
No, it don't say admit no all at all. Wait, it says more here. Let me see what more is. No.
All right. So do you see something that says participant?
Yeah, 7 part. Oh, when I click on the 7, 5 are waiting and it says admit all.
Right, so you click admit all and then all the persons will be coming. Right, so they see them coming in there now. So they should be seeing your shared screen.
Okay, and then, I can stop the share, and then how do I move it? And
so when you stop the share, you have to reshare whatever it is that you're going to start with.
Okay, because I have 2 sets of PowerPoint presentations.
All right, so you don't have to stop the share to present it. What you do is, once you finish with that one, it's the same application, so you just start the other one.
But how are we going to get out?
So you got to get out of the PowerPoint.
It is here, right? Shared screen, but how do I get out to, oh, something come down. New share, I would go into new share and so where is it?
At the bottom of your screen, you should have the PowerPoint icon. You have it down there?
No, so. Oh, it's in the middle. Oh, okay. It's in the middle, but I have another PowerPoint. So what do I do?
Once you click on it, it means you can go into the PowerPoint application.
Right. Yeah, but I have, this one maybe. But I can't see nothing there. I have 2 PowerPoint. Okay, let me click on PowerPoint. I have another PowerPoint that I'm planning to use.
Right, so when you finish this one and go to the end.
I don't want to go to the end.
No, when you're finished presenting this PowerPoint, you're going to present this one?
I might want to stop this one and go to the other.
With the screen share, you can just click stop share.
All right, stop share. Okay, okay. And
then you can go on.
And then I can go back. Yay! Yay! Come, you can make some money, you know. Oh my God. PowerPoint. So I can go to the second one. Right. Okay. But is there any way that it can just be sitting there? I have to.
No, you have to switch to it and start it, and then share it.
But I don't see anything again. Maybe I'll click on the Zoom. Lord have mercy. Da, da, da.
So is that the one you're gonna start with?
Yes.
Right, so you can just start it again and then
Okay, when I touch down here, okay, when I touch the Zoom thing down here, it gives me both of them, so I won't close it out. Okay, I'll just click on whichever I want.
right, and remember to start the share so they can see.
All right, all right, I'll leave that one. Oh, but I need to start the share. Oh gosh. Oh dear. So when I'm sharing the screen, I can't end of slideshow to exit. So click off the.
Hello?
Yes.
Alright, so you probably need to mute your microphone until you're ready to start. So there's a little icon bottom left hand corner, it looks like a little microphone, you just click on it.
Oh. Okay. Oh, this has come back. How nice. This click. 1 minute, 1 second. No, so I click on the Zoom. No, I don't know what happened. Oh, mute all. But I must mute me too.
Yeah.
Mute all current and new prints. Allow to unmute themselves. I don't see anything. Oh, see me there. So, oh, I'm muted. Good evening, everyone. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Bethune, are you hearing me?
Yes, Miss, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I'm pleased to be able to share with you this evening in this very different environment, the new normal. Before we start, our president is with us, and I'd just like to invite her to do the official welcome. Madam Prezi. Madam President. Madam President. Hi, Trisha. I thought I did. Oh, the mercy, where is this wretched thing? Are you? Oh, Netball Jamaica. Okay, is that it now then? Madam President, is that it now? You're Netball Jamaica, right? I'm not seeing, and I looked for you. Oh, 30 seconds. All right, you go ahead, try now. Mute all. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you at all.
Oh, yes. Okay. It is yes. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Trisha.
Can everybody hear?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Okay, thanks and welcome to the first in a series of our rules and interpretation webinar. As with any technology, you know, you have glitches, so bear with us. It's the first, so I'm sure we'll get it just right the next time. Thanks for joining us. I see that we have 18 participants online, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. And I do hope we will have a good session today. Over to you, Yvette.
Yvette. Mrs. Smith.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you now.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Miss.
Thank Madam President for joining us and for offering words of welcome. I'm pleased to be able to share with you all this evening in this very different environment, the new normal. We've been physically distant over the past couple of months, and this evening, Netball Jamaica has organized this rules webinar, and I'm making an effort to help to bring back in focus what was left to rest in the recesses of our brain. Our goal this evening is to renew our appreciation for and knowledge of the rules of netball, and to review and discuss them and their practical applications. And so this evening, we're going to talk netball. First, we'll look at your role as umpires and the main rule changes and clarifications, and then discussion and explanations of other areas of concern. This session is designed to be interactive, and I therefore hope that you will all participate actively. I am technologically challenged, so I hope you're all gonna bear with me a bit and just shout if you're not seeing or hearing what I'm saying. Well, I think you're unmuted. I interactive, and I therefore hope that you will all participate actively.
Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
There are some persons waiting to be let into the session.
Oh. People waiting to be let in. Hi. Come on in. Okay. Start. Oh, crikey.
Yvette,
Yes.
you're alone in the meeting?
Chris.
What is that, Chris?
My name is Chris Campbell, but I've laryngitis. So you hearing me well?
Just a minute, Chris. Oh.
I'm not even seeing
Are
anybody.
you seeing the screen?
I'm not seeing nothing.
This is
There are 20 persons present at the meeting.
Just a minute, Chris. Oh,
I'm seeing Arlene now.
I'm not seeing.
Arlene is the host. I'm seeing Arlene.
I am not the host, sir.
Who are the host?
Okay.
Miss,
Um,
the host just let you
today
in.
are you hearing me?
That's all I'm still hearing you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. By the end of this series of webinars, today is the first of a few webinars to do with rules. And by the end of the series of webinars, participants should be able to show an understanding of the rules and responsibilities of the umpire. They should be able to review and have a sound knowledge and understanding of the rules of netball and be able to apply the rules and sanctions appropriately. Roles and responsibilities for those of us who have been half asleep and really physically distant and emotionally distant from netball. Just a reminder that umpires in applying the rules must do so with impartiality, with fairness, and they must be consistent. We most of all, umpires must have, pardon me?
I'm sorry to break in on you. Are you using a screen because we're not seeing anything?
Okay.
Are you using a PowerPoint? You probably should share the screen.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Sure, thank you.
Thank
Also,
you.
there are still some persons who need to be let into the seminar. They're messaging inside the umpires group.
And just let in a group, just a minute, please. Share screen. Why is the screen not opening? Well, no, this is hopeless. Share. Are you seeing that now?
Yes.
Okay.
We are seeing it now, Mrs. Smith. It's on the screen.
Okay, there are 7 more people waiting. I'm just trying to let them in. Okay. Yes, I was just going through the roles and responsibilities of umpires, which we all know, but just to remind us. Now, as we look at netball and we're about to play, if we should look at the field of play, I'm sorry I couldn't draw the court or get the court in here, but we all know the area of play with the 3/3. And around it, where the umpires stand, in that area, only court players and umpires are permitted in that field of play. That is the court surround and the court. Now the seats are placed just outside that field of play, and umpires are expected to stay there. They are not allowed to get up and walk to look at anything or to do anything in that court surround at all. And I'd like our umpires to be more vigilant. You know, we have some of these coaches that will get up and walk up to the side of the court, sometimes getting in the way of the umpire. We need to be more vigilant. So umpires, while we think about all these things that we ought to be doing, I really hope that when we start playing again, that we'll see umpires really taking a handle of, you know, all we should be doing.
I finally getting to you, Bassy Taylor.
Yes, Mr. Taylor. Annette Daly, you may come in. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, I was told I was in before. However, I have difficulty in hearing anything, just getting a screen information
Okay.
saying that you're talking.
Okay.
What are we on now?
Just look and you'll see. We're going to be looking at a few of the new rules. The International Rules Book has now been changed. The new rule book has incorporated in it, instead of having protocols, we used to have a sheet of protocols. We used to have another sheet of game management, and all of this is now in one rules book. So the rules book now has incorporated in it the protocols, game management, the appendix, which has all the terminology that umpires should use at all times, and the terminology that we have in the rules book are the only terminology that must be used at matches. So we need to have a look at those, and we have to adhere to that. There are also match guidelines, so that if we have different matches, different levels of matches, we can do the various changes. You're playing, little children are playing, you might want to change the rules a little bit. And we're pleased to say again that this last rules book has a Jamaican on the front of it, as you can see in the diagram here. We're now going to, are you seeing the screen now?
Yes, we are.
Okay, INF rules 2020. I'm just going to go through, some of us have done them already, and you can help in the general presentation. When penalizing an infringement, the umpire blows the whistle. Chris, can you demonstrate this for us? The umpire blows the whistle, states the infringement using the correct terminology and the appropriate hand signal. The umpire states the sanction given and indicates where the sanction is to be taken. Can I have
Excuse me, Miss Smith.
Yes, sir.
The screen is the print on the screen is very small.
Okay, so it means that I need to
no, he can make it large on his screen.
Yeah, but I can probably, it's just that
yeah, but but in case you are not getting it, they can open it up. Just tap on the screen and open it. Pinch the screen and open it, Basil.
Yeah, when I open it, I lose.
Basil.
Is everybody else
pinch
okay?
the screen and open it.
It's opening up a little bit more now. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, procedure when penalizing an infringement. When penalizing an infringement, Chris, are you going to be doing that demonstration? Chris?
Go ahead, Yvette. Yes, see him there. He's coming on.
You know, it's a video link.
Go ahead, Chris. Chris?
In my demonstrate.
Yeah, but
this, no, I demonstrate. No, yeah, sit on the screen.
Are you going to do it, Chris?
Please mute your phone, Basil.
Yeah, I was away from the computer. I'm back. What's happening?
I was just asking you to demonstrate When penalizing an infringement, the umpire blows the whistle, states the infringement and all of that.
Yes.
Could you just demonstrate for them?
You want me to demonstrate on the computer here?
Yes. You have your whistle?
No.
Go ahead.
That's why that's a thing. I don't have a whistle. I have the rule book with me. What the rule book is? Hold on.
Welcome, Ryan.
Yes, I do have my whistle.
Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back to that. If a team is awarded a penalty pass in its attacking goal circle before the timekeeper signals the end of play, we always did that in Jamaica. This is nothing new for us. It's now just going into the rules book. The umpire will blow the whistle to end the period of play and advise the players that time is being extended for the penalty pass to be taken. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah, but that's how we used to do before. Anyway.
Yes, but I'm saying that it's now just...
The book now ratifies, yes.
It's now just...
into the book, yes.
In the book. Because before, it used to blow off the game, you know, and tell the umpire, tell the players, and then go back. Anyway, the controlling umpire will ensure the co-umpire is aware of any action taken and the reason for it. Just a minute, please. If a team is awarded a penalty pass in its attacking goal circle before the timekeeper signals the end of play, the umpire will blow the whistle to end the period, advise the players that time is being extended for the penalty pass to be taken. The controlling umpire will ensure the co-umpire is aware of any action taken and the reason for it. I think this slide is probably in the wrong place. So let me just talk about that a little bit. If an umpire is penalizing a player using the game management rules, the controlling umpire will ensure that the co-umpire knows why the action is being taken and what action is being taken. And if necessary, the umpire may hold time to inform the co-umpire for the reason of the action. That is when you're giving a caution or a warning or a suspension. So umpire, don't just think you're there on your own. You have to be working with somebody else. The other umpire is who you're working with. And another thing is, if you, yes.
You need to state the reason, because say for argument's sake, the infringement is done in your half, and the player go on the other side and do the same.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Right.
So I'm saying that, that's what I was saying.
Right.
That once you give the reason and you let the umpire know,
right.
You let the umpire know why and what it is, because this is carried on over.
Right.
It's not.
Yes.
So, okay, let's say Yvette is a weak umpire down here. So Chris just pulled you up at the other end. So when you get down to my end, you think you can do the same thing, or it is
binding,
carried over. It is, yes, it is binding on the other umpire.
That's a reason for the sharing.
But it's not just the reason. The reason doesn't have to be the same. If a player keeps doing the wrong thing, and goes down to the other end and does something else, then the umpire can use their original misdemeanor and punish, sanction the player. You know, it's like an add-on. But we're going to do a whole session on game management, because I'm not happy that we are being vigilant enough. I think we are sorry for the players. You don't want this to happen, but the rule is a rule, and we have to ensure that the players adhere to the rules.
Excuse me, but still coming in again. Miss Smith.
Yes.
In regards to that, that rule, it must be clear that is you're advising your co-umpire as to the decision you take in your arm.
What do you mean?
No, you take a decision and you are informing the co-umpire of the decision you have taken, and it's not a consultation as to what to do. You understand?
It can be a consultation. It can be a consultation.
No, but you are making a rule.
Just a minute. You are umpiring and you want to make a decision. You can share it with the other umpire. You can consult with the other umpire in making that decision.
Well,
anything wrong with that?
If there's an infringement in your arm, and you saw the infringement, isn't that your duty to penalize that infringement?
But you work with another umpire, so you share it with the other umpire. You might think that you're being too harsh, so you can talk it over with the other umpire and you both agree on something. It doesn't mean that you have to ask the umpire, but it is useful sometimes, especially if you're going to order off a play. Well, ordering off is the easiest one because that's when somebody does something really bad. But you can share with the umpire, and as you notice, this says the controlling umpire may hold time to confer with the co-umpire before deciding on the action. Okay?
If there are two persons with hands raised.
I do that. Repeat.
Mrs. Smith, there are two persons with hands raised.
They took it down. I don't see it again. I don't see it.
I see the hands, Rashid, Joseph, and Annette Daly.
Okay, go ahead, Rashid. Rashid? Annette?
You're hearing me, miss?
No, I'm now hearing.
All right, afternoon, everybody. I'm just trying to get a little clarification because we might get into a little trouble as umpires. Just to be clear, you said in regards to the player being penalized or cautioned, so to speak, and it is to be carried over into the other umpires half per se.
Yeah.
Am I hearing clearly that you're saying if the player is being cautioned, let's use for example, the player is being cautioned for intentional delay. Are you saying that if the player does something else outside of a delay and the player is to be cautioned about it, are you saying that actual caution now will be escalated to a warning?
Not necessarily. It depends on the, and that's why it says to confer. It depends on the gravity of the situation. And you can penalize it, you would have penalized the umpire at the other end. If she's now doing something else, you're saying, or the same thing?
Something different.
I'm saying, because based on what you said, you said if the player does something, and let us use an example of whatever the player is doing to cause a delay, and there is a caution. So say penalize the player by whatever. In another third, the player does something else that warrants a caution. But remember that player is already on a caution. So is it that you're going to say, is it that the player can be cautioned for something else, or is it that it must now be escalated to a warning?
Depending on you, it can be escalated to a warning, but it depends on the gravity of the situation. It depends on the gravity of the situation, but it can be escalated. That's what we're saying.
No, but what he's asking, Yvette, is that it's a different infringement on the other end.
Yes,
does it
but there is
mean
no.
it's what he's asking. Is it that he's saying that because that's second situation, does it mean that you're giving him a warning? Yvette is saying yes, it could be, but no, it could just be a caution.
No, you can't just say you have to. It has to be
the gravity. Yeah, that's what you said. The word gravity. Right. I understand what you're saying, Yvette.
You know, it depends. If it's some little thing, you can.
It could be a next caution again.
You can be another caution, but if they are forever doing something, you're going to warn them and say, you know, if you're not dealing with the adhering to the rules of this game, we are going to do that to you.
So Rashid, what she's saying is that if this player come, put it in, let's talk in Jamaican language. So this player come to mash up the game. Them lick down there, jump off side up there, sir. Them come down here, them trying to push down the pole. She's saying that now the gravity has changed, and now you're going to probably go straight to a warning for the action.
Okay, Rashid, you can take your hand down now, Rashid.
Yeah, but my hand is down. My hand is down.
Rashid, but do you understand what you're about to say?
Yeah, man, I understand, you know, Chris. But why I asked for a little more clarification is that, especially with our umpires, we always tend to have a time when we interpret the rule per se to please our own selves, and it's not really transparent into every single game.
When it's also mean the umpire?
Yeah, man, the general umpires. I mean, we oftentimes make that error in terms of the interpretation and stuff. And that's why I was asking.
You know, Rashid?
That's why I was asking in regards to it being said that it would be another caution, or is it that because the player is already on a caution, it must now be escalated to a warning?
Yeah,
because it's just like you will have some umpires that say, okay, then it's another caution, and then another umpire, in his or her own right, will say, no, we're going to escalate it to a warning. I mean, where's the transparency where the players are concerned?
No, it might just be another misdemeanor that needs a caution, and you see that the player is just careless, so you give them a caution. But if, as Chris said, you're down the bottom, you're knocking down everybody, and you come up here and you're knocking at that point,
on the pole, you're doing everything like you're to mash up the game.
Right.
All right, fair enough.
But
that's why the word gravity. That's why the word gravity that Yvette uses so strong and so good. It gives the umpires a judgment, and she expected to use it well.
Right. And notice that it says the umpire may hold time to confer. Basil?
Me.
No, I'm telling you, it's not just what you think. Your two umpires are on the game, and the umpire may hold time to confer with the co-umpire before deciding on the action. It doesn't say you must. It says you may. And sometimes when you're going to be very hard, it's a useful thing to talk to the co-umpire.
They would speak clearly to them. But however, most of the second caution, it's referred to warning or suspension.
No, it depends on the caution.
Guys, I've been looking at those rules myself.
If you're like Jill Pattison and you're running across the D of the center circle, and the umpire caution you a couple times down, then you go up the top and you're going to do that again, then you escalate it. If a team fails to take the court The sanction is penalty pass, which is
Yvette.
hands.
Yvette.
Welcome, Mrs. Walker.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. Annette had her hand up before you move on.
Oh, sorry, Annette. You took it down.
And then Kirkdale.
Good evening, colleagues. Just two things, Mrs. Smith. I just wanted to find out if your slide should be moving, because I noticed that it's on that slide for a while. I'm not sure. And
no, because we're discussing it.
Okay. And second, the word gravity is subjective. Is there any
It is Annette. It is Annette.
Is there any precedent to say that that guides us as to the reduction in that subjectivity? Meaning, I know you said the umpire may consult with the other umpire, which could, but exactly. They may, and in may, it could be that you are discussing that gravity, but you don't have to.
So you don't have to. But
exactly.
You know,
and you don't have to because of the severity.
Guess what? Sometimes,
and again, those words are subjective, Chris. So I'm just trying to find out if in the discussions with umpires, is there any little guideline as to what would constitute gravity and severity?
No, guess what? The rule is there. You can stick to the rule to a T. But if you have your players on court and I'm the umpire and I think that player really needs to get off the court, I might want to talk to the other umpire about it, because that is a serious move, a serious action. And so I might want to share with the other umpire.
And Yvette, I might want to just add, it is important for the umpires to confer, because most times it makes things a little tidier, because you seem to come to an agreement about the thing rather than one umpire taking an action and then the other one might not necessarily be in agreement. You don't want that kind of thing to come out. So
and you don't want to appear vindictive, or you know. Mr. Somerville?
We're promoting conferring, although it is
no. Don't misunderstand me. You confer when you think it is serious and you're not sure. I had an umpire do a final, and I said, "What is that? Why you had the girl on the court still?" I thought she should have been put off, but you know. Put off is a serious thing, and the umpire not sure him should have put her off because it is so final. Confer. You know, confer. But it's either that or the umpire is going to make the decision and be very hard and fast. So,
Miss Smith.
Yes.
Miss Smith.
Basil, just a minute. Hand is up. Gav?
Someone will have his hand up.
Gav?
Yes, Yvette.
Welcome.
I understand you. We understand you. We're here in a room, but we're going to ask you a question. Take, for instance, the goalkeeper was doing persistent contact or obstruction in one quarter. And that goalkeeper is switched to a center and now doing consistent offside. And she has already received a caution for
no,
that.
Man, that's escalated, Gav. That gone up, escalated.
Okay then.
Escalated. Because the umpire, remember, the umpire would have used the whistle.
But here's the question now. The behavior is not the same. The behavior has changed. No, it's an offside versus a persistent contact. So I would not.
I know, but it's persistent.
That makes
so
it severe.
Persistent plus new one You see, remember that the umpire uses the whistle to control the game first of all, before they start cautioning or whatever. So if the player was persistently doing something and it is just at a caution and she has changed and gone to the start up again, at that point you can warn her and say, you have been doing this, and if you continue to break the rule, we're going to put you out.
But here now, Yvette, here is the trouble now. We're dealing with the rule. One, and this is why that question is posed. One is a major and one is a minor.
But which one is major? Because it's in the goal circle.
The contact would be a major.
Okay.
And the offside would be a minor.
But guess what? The umpire would have dealt with a major long ago, you know, because if she was persistent, yeah, but if she was persistently doing the thing and the umpire gives her a penalty and she keeps doing it, then she would probably.
She switched to center. You are suggesting that you change from one angle, you would know, and she got the caution. You're now suggesting that we escalate that to a warning?
No, it's that minor infringement, you would warn her.
Would warn her?
Yes.
Okay,
it's now breaking the rules. It's a way she's dealing with the rules, although it's different rules.
Although it's different rules. Okay then, all right, got you.
If a team fails to take the court, the sanction is penalty pass, which is advanced. If the team fails to take the court, please listen everybody, because when our umpires blow that whistle, people saunter onto the court. If the team fails to take the court, the sanction is a penalty pass, which is advanced. And of course, unless the non-infringing team is disadvantaged. And we go, you know.
Remember the rules says we can be advanced about it.
Pardon me?
Free pass or penalty pass?
Just a minute, penalty pass. Chris, you're asking a question.
Oh, that's not, no, that's all right.
For delay for taking the court, the penalty pass?
Just a minute, please. Computer's ticking. Unless, okay, here we are now, number 8. The whistle is blown to start play, then the infringement is penalized. So they are late, they come onto the court, so the umpire is going to penalize. But you cannot penalize until you have restarted the game. So the whistle is blown to start play, then the infringement is penalized. The captain is cautioned and the center stands out of play for the penalty pass. So if you just, I should have a court here. Just a minute. If this is a center pass, this is a center ready to take the pass. They are late. So they come onto the court, everybody is in position, the umpire blows the whistle for the center pass, then blows the whistle for the infringement. The team was playing, this team is shooting in this direction. So the umpire gives a penalty pass here. The center has to stand out of play here. And
Can
you see my pointer, Anita?
I see.
You have to move the slide to the court.
Sorry?
Is this court in your slide?
Yes.
Okay, you have to move the slides. to the one with the cord.
We
Well,
see
that's what
it's
that's
the fourth
it.
slide down, Yvette, you have to bring it up.
Huh?
It's the fourth slide down. You have to bring it up so we can see that actual one on your screen.
Best thing is to go
But
on slideshow. Go on slideshow.
It is there, you know.
You're seeing it, but we are not.
Not seeing
Okay,
anything,
that
man.
means that I have to open something.
Just the left side, Yvette. But you have to bring on that slide.
Miss Eve, go up to the top, go on slideshow, and then just press down to the one you want.
I never wanted to. Anyway.
Oh.
Is that better?
Go down.
Is that better?
Just come on and go on. It's flash on and flash off.
Yeah, that is what is happening to my computer.
Use the cursor to go down. Go over to the left side where you have the smaller slide, and then just go down.
Is that any better?
Yes, we're seeing it now.
Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay. The center is here. The team is late. Somebody. Welcome, Charmaine. The team is late. So they are going to lose the center pass. Not lose it. They're going to be penalized. So the umpire blows the whistle for the center pass and advances the penalty. So let's say the penalty is moved up to here. Oh gosh. Oh dear. I'm sorry, something happened.
Again.
Yeah.
Use back your arrow up.
Back.
No, the problem is I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Oh. Oh boy. Chris, can you go through that with them for me till I can?
It is the coach was showing the transfer line with the penalty is advanced too for them to take it. We have to bring up the court.
And it's a penalty.
The penalty is sent out.
Pass, so the no, I can't even get back on Zoom.
We take a time if it's just to find it back over.
Oh man,
I forgot Paula. I forgot Paula.
Yes, maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Go to the keys on the laptop and the arrow that is pointing up.
No, I don't have anything right now. I'm just getting it back.
Oh, she's getting it back.
Welcome. Oops. No.
Excuse me for a minute. I'll be back in
the video.
Yes, I'll be back in a little while. Give me a little while. Sorry.
Anyway, let me go on talking while I.
Yeah.
Rashid, you can put your hand down for the time being. I'll come back to you. Oh gosh. Oh.
Bro, they've lost great problem, man.
Thing about it is that I can't even find the Zoom thing. All right, let me click on. Okay. Okay, in video. No. All right. I don't want to stop sharing, you know, but okay.
Yeah, I see you.
I don't want the full screen.
What?
Mercy.
Comrade, are you that?
Yes, comrade.
Basil?
Yes, comrade, that's it.
Zoom. No. That's worse. Okay. If the team has come in late, so we go to the center, take the center pass, blow for the center pass, and immediately blow for the penalty, and you move the penalty, the sanction to the transverse line, and the center is out of play. And at the same time, we are going to penalize at the same time, we are going to talk to the captain about the behavior of the team. I see where we will have to do a lot of that because our teams tend to be late and running on late and all of that. But it would be very nice if I could find back my screen. I don't want the big screen. Okay, all right. Okay.
Question. So the center pass.
Sorry?
They are closer. They want to start the game. And the sanction being after the pass has been made, the center pass.
Not sure I understand that, Bassey.
All right. You said the team now take the court. It's late. Whistle is blown for the restart of the game.
Yes.
Right? So the sanction game comes after the center pass has been taken, or come immediately before the center pass has been taken.
You cannot restart the game without the center pass. So the first thing you do is start the game with the center pass. Put your thing on mute, please. You blow the whistle for the start of the game, then immediately after you blow for the infringement. And caution the center, you caution the captain. Sorry?
The question is, the center pass must be taken.
The whistle for the center pass must go.
Must go. But should the center pass, should the pass be made then? Should the pass be made?
No, she's going to advance. No, she's going to advance it to the transverse line.
I say immediately.
She starts the game, she blows a second whistle, she advances the ball, give instructions as to why, and it is taken there with the center standing beside.
A hand was out. Basil, please pay attention. Read it then. You blow the whistle to start the game.
Right.
Blow for the infringement.
State it.
You're breaking up, you know.
I'm sorry. There's a hand up a while ago. Rashid? Rashid?
Miss?
You have a question?
Yes, the question is in regard to that very same rule, and I think we're looking at 8.1. And the question is where, because we don't want to just go ahead and just do it without any backative, but it's in terms of
backative.
Yeah, man, rule backative, because it is in terms of cautioning the captain on that very incident.
What is it? What is the problem with that?
Because I'm not seeing it anywhere.
The captain is cautioned. The team is late, so they are going to be penalized. So you caution the captain.
But where? We're not seeing it.
What do you mean where?
Probably in the new
rule. Late.
You want a rule reference he's talking about.
Yeah, because when
rule book.
Yes,
rule reference.
It is there.
I am looking at it right now, miss, and I'm not seeing it. The sanction is the penalty pass is taken. The center is out of, the center is now out of play because it's a penalty.
Yeah.
But I see nothing where it says that we should now caution the captain.
The captain is cautioned, and that is.
We're not saying anything, miss. We just want to have the little bucketive.
So you're going to look in the section that is called
game
management. And we're going to do a whole section on game management. Just make a note of that one, Rashid. And at some point, we'll get back to talk about that.
Yvette, for some minute,
yes?
I'm stepping away from a computer for a while, all right? I'll be back.
Okay. The sanction, that same sanction or any sanction may be advanced up to a half of a third. Now, people always wonder, how far can you do it? Up to half of a third. If it is in the goal third, then it can be passed into the circle. If play is due to restart in the goal third, this may be advanced to inside the goal circle. Thank you. The center stands out of play. In that case, the center stands out of play at the new position. And the center, of course, can't go into the circle. So she will have to go to the edge of the circle. Is that one clear? Everybody asleep? Is everybody asleep? All right. At a center pass, before the whistle is blown to end the quarter or half, the center pass will be ruled not to have been taken. Don't read that. Can somebody just say something about that? The center is it's taking the center pass. Under what conditions would the center not want to take the center pass? Ladies and gentlemen, the ball is in the center's hands, and no player from the other team has been penalized. Jamaica put in that one, because what people used to do is run offside or whatever, so that the umpire penalizes you for some misdemeanor, and then the center would lose a center pass. So the center will retain her center pass if no player from her team has been penalized. The ball is knocked out of the center's hand by a player from the opposing team. The center will still take the center pass. An additional infringement by the opposing team has been penalized. Anything to do with the opposing team just will not count. So the penalty pass has not been taken. So the center will still take the center pass after the interval. Any questions there?
I'm not clear on that, miss.
Okay.
I'm not clear on that. Can you repeat?
All right, we're at the center. We're at the center, and we're close to the, okay. Red shooter just scored a goal, and white center is going back to the center pass, to the center circle to take the center pass. But they realize that the whistle is going to go anytime now. You know, they're counting down. And so in order not to take the center pass, they would want to hang around. So we'll talk about that hanging around.
But isn't that delay?
Yes, that's why I say we'll talk about that. The other scenario is the center runs to the center, and she's in the center. The opposition wants her to lose her center pass. So they break into the center third. Now, the umpire would normally blow the whistle and say breaking and give the center's team the ball.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that the ball is still in the center's hand, and if no player from the center's team is penalized, then she'll continue to have her center pass after the interval.
Okay.
And the same thing happens, you know, other thing is just giving you other scenarios where the ball is knocked out of the center's hands by a player from the opposing team. She still has to take her center pass. You don't give a penalty. Yes?
Tell me something. It was in the umpire's opinion that center is delayed. She knows that the time is going, but she's delayed. She's doing everything.
No, that's a different thing from this. That's why I said that was different. So we can talk about that one now. The center gets the ball. She's to run back to the circle, but there's a countdown, and she realizes that she's not going to have time to make use of that center pass. So she is running fast. She's going back quickly, slowly. How you put that now? She's running back she's running back to the center slowly. And, you know, sort of wasting time. So what would you do in a situation like this? That's one of the questions I had for you. What is the umpire expected to do in a situation like this?
The umpire is expected to blow the whistle to hold time and hurry along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All time. Hurry to the center.
Okay. No, the whistle is going to go.
Yeah.
The whistle is going to go soon, and that's why she's wasting time. So you turn to the timekeeper and you said, take time, stop the game, put her in the center, and then you time again and blow your whistle. And of course, a warning and all that will come in, or caution or whatever. Caution. But that happens quite quickly, quite often. The center is trying to save on the center pass, so she wastes the time. And if it's no point saying to the center, hurry to the center, please. You don't want to do that. You want to say to the center, you want to say to the timekeeper, hold time. Yeah. So you stop the clock, get her to the center, then you start the clock again and blow the whistle. That one okay?
Fair enough, fair enough.
That is the clearest one.
Sorry?
That is the clearest one.
The umpire controlling the center pass is responsible for penalizing. Oh, this one is a good one. Afraid to go back to the the umpire controlling the center pass is responsible for penalizing any infringement by the center taking the center pass, or any opponent defending the center pass. Now, back to the court. Ooh, I'm afraid. The center is here. Oh, just a minute, please. I think I have a... Okay.
My delay we are getting up.
No, I'm afraid of getting out of here. I have another drawing. The center is here in the circle, ready to take the center pass.
You're the center.
Pardon me?
You're the center. You are seeing.
I'm not here.
Diagram.
You need to share your diagram.
Oh, that's when I lost it the last time. I have another diagram, but I'm afraid of getting out. Let me finish this and come back to it. I'll just talk about it. The center is taking the center pass. The opposing center is intercepting that center pass, but she's within 3 feet. So the umpire, who is managing the center pass, blows for that infringement, that player who is obstructing is in the other umpire's half. Can you picture that easily?
Oh yeah, we understand.
Can you picture that easily?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you said the controlling umpire is blowing for the center part, but
yes,
the obstructing player is in the other umpire's half. That is less than 3 feet.
Right.
Right. We understand that.
So the controlling
umpire.
Hold on, I haven't said anything yet. Once you see that, the controlling umpire will blow for the center pass. Then the umpire, the controlling umpire, will blow for the obstruction, although it's not in her half. But she is responsible for the center pass. So she blows for that infringement.
R-E.
Okay, Bassett, he or she blows for that infringement. And once a penalty is set, once a sanction is set, the co-umpire will take over from there. Is that one clear?
Clear.
Clear as crystal.
Yes, it is. Miss, there are some persons trying to get in.
I don't see them.
Okay, then they'll keep trying.
Why they don't try? Why they don't?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, late players, we no longer say late players, we talk about the late arrivals. If a player is late, you're a late player. If a player is late for the start or restart of a match and enters the court at an incorrect time, the sanction is the player is sent from the court. We all would do that. Send the player from off the court until the correct time for entry. Then the umpire is going to award a penalty pass, and notice it is a penalty. A penalty pass to the opposing team where the ball was when play stopped. Of course, unless it puts the non-offending team at a disadvantage. And an infringing team player, this is new and this is different. An infringing team player allowed in the playing area stands out of play for the penalty.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
That's clear.
Is that clear, everybody?
Yeah.
No questions there?
Mrs. Smith, you said
who is speaking?
Daily, Annette.
Oh yes, Annette.
Did I hear you correctly to say that an infringing player or non-infringing?
Oh, an infringing team player.
Oh, the infringing team.
Team, yes, sorry.
Thanks.
I probably left out the team.
Thanks.
You're the one. I was going to call on you, Annette. I was going to call on Annette to oppose this one.
No, because I heard you said infringing player, but the player would not have, if the player was sent off, the one that came, the late arrival, then there would not have been an infringing player on the court.
Okay.
So that's why I asked. So it would have to be the infringing team.
And you're quite happy with the penalty pass to the opposing team. As a coach.
Miss Smith, just to clarify that, she did say an infringing team player allowed in the playing area. She did say that.
Yes.
Thanks for the correction, Basil. I didn't hear team, but thanks for the correction.
I think I left out the team actually. But Basil can read. I can't.
Hear the team.
But Madam Coach or any other coaches, how would you manage this? If your player goes onto the court, she's taken off, she has to stay off until the correct time, which is after a goal is scored at an interval or whatever. How would you manage it? An infringing team player allowed in the playing area stands out of play for the penalty. As a coach, how would you manage this?
Well, since it's an infringement originally, Yvette, and the new sanction is now a penalty, the coach now has to ensure that when your players are late, that they adhere to the rules. That's where you have to take it from. Because
that's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing we can do.
So you have to.
My question to you is, it says an infringing team player. We're accustomed to having an infringing player standing beside, but this one is an infringing team player. As a coach, I'm there umpiring. And if the player doesn't hurry up, I am going to penalize her further and advance the play. So as a coach, how would you manage that section? Because if goal defense obstructs, then goal defense will take the sanction. Now the player who did the wrong thing is not on court, and the team that is sanctioned has to provide a player to stand out of play.
Right. So is it the team that provides the player? Because if it's the team that provides the player, let's say it's in the area, it's in the goal third, but not in the shooting circle, then I would allow my wing defense or my
that one not so hard
to stand out.
That's not so hard.
Allow my defenders to operate the circle.
That one would be more automatic. But if it's in the center third, who would stand out?
If it's in the center third, then I would let one of my attacking players stand out.
Goal attack stand out.
Exactly, because my defensive player are needed.
Down there.
So you would plan this before? Or?
Definitely, but it would have to be, it's a part of your strategy.
That's at the back of your mind.
The things that you can control, you control.
Right.
Let's say a player on the bench is penalized. It is the persons on the court that is impacted. So it's a similar situation. What it is, let's say the coach, a penalty against the coach. The penalty is taken on the court. So the point is that what you have control over as a coach, you then make the adjustments with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So we wouldn't expect to see confusion on the court or the umpire penalizing for delaying play or anything, because you would have planned it before.
New rules, new plans.
Okay. That was my question. How do you know who must be out? All right. If a player who is in possession of the ball when time is held for a stoppage, oh, this is a nice one. The coaches will like this. You hold time for a stoppage. The player who is in possession of the ball, when you hold time, when you go back now onto the court, any
Ms.
player.
Rashid would like to come in. Sorry, Ms. Smith, Rashid is out. Can you put back in Rashid?
I don't see him.
Motado.
Rashid is outside, Shanil is outside, a lot of people are outside.
Okay, okay.
I'm under the tray out of door, miss.
Just a minute, please. 2 people have entered. 2 participants raised. I don't see anybody outside.
Light tree.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, 2 people are waiting. Okay. How did you know? 1 person is still waiting. Okay. Rashid? Why is Rashid waiting? Okay.
And I 3.
One night 3.
Okay. So then, oh boy.
Mrs. Smith,
Yes.
just a suggestion. Miss Findlay, if you don't mind, click on Miss Findlay's screen and then make her you will see make her the host so that she can then allow the persons to come in without disturbing you.
That's what I thought we were doing, but
so just click on her screen.
Guess what? I was made the host, so can I do it still?
Yes, click on her screen.
Finley, where are you, Miss Finley? Netball Jamaica?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Click on her screen and then you will see make
Okay.
Right, and make her the host so she can bring persons in while you're talking.
Okay. Let me just run that over again. If a player who is in possession of the ball when time is held for a stoppage by the umpire, any player from that team allowed in the area may take possession. So we have a stoppage. Goal attack had the ball just by the transverse line. When you go back to restart play, goal attack doesn't have to take it. Normally, the person who had the ball would take the pass, but now goal attack would be free to go into the goal circle and any other player can now take that pass. That makes sense. That's good. Okay. There are some definitions were not really new, some were modified, some new. The pass. A pass is an action of a player throwing, batting, bouncing to a player, dropping the ball. There was some big discussion about a player just dropping the ball or putting it down and running. Dropping the ball or putting the ball on the ground and removing hands, that is a pass. And face it, if you put the ball down, you can't pick it up back again. So it just has to be a pass. Any objections to that? Everybody gone to sleep. Penalty pass, a goal shooter taking a penalty pass in the goal circle may either pass or shoot for goal. Dave? Is Dave there?
Yes, miss, I'm here.
That one I wanted to point out to you. A goal shooter taking a penalty pass in the goal circle may either pass or shoot for goal. But now it's being called a penalty pass. You're not saying penalty pass or shot. But that's why it's important to note that a pass is any action of throwing, batting, bouncing, throwing it into the ring or whatever. So the penalty pass, the shooter, once it's in the circle, the goal circle, the penalty pass, the player can shoot for goal. Passing distances, that has always been a problem. But when a player passes the ball, there must be sufficient space for an opposing player on the court to be able to intercept with a hand. Once you can put your hand to it, then that is it. Some people feel that the passing distances should just come out, but you have to protect the defenders. Okay. After a stoppage for injury, illness, or blood, if the position is left vacant when the match is restarted, the player or substitute may not enter the court while play is in progress. The umpire stops the match if she does or he does. The player is sent from the court until the correct time of entry, and a penalty pass is awarded where the ball was when play was stopped. This is similar to another one we met. A player from the infringing team allowed in the area stands out of play. Okay. Now, are there any questions at this point? No questions?
No question, miss.
Okay.
Sorry, miss. Sorry, Yvette?
Yes.
Could you go over passing distance again?
Just that there must be space on the court for a defending player to defend, put a hand to it. There's no distance. All right, let me do it again. Where is it?
So even if a defender can swing a hand through, that's okay, right?
Yes. Once there is space for somebody to be involved in the play.
So there's no 1 foot, 2 feet, whatever.
No. Remember, it was between the hands of the catcher and the hands of the thrower, and that just couldn't. The catcher cannot hand the ball to the other player. So it is felt that if she can't hand the ball to the other player, then a defender can always put the hand in.
Why I ask a question because
Just a minute, somebody.
Hold on. Why I asked the question is because I remember watching the Nations Cup and even watching the World Championship when Jamaica was playing, I think, England. And the ball was passed between Fowler Reed and the wing attack. And there was fair amount of passing distance and the umpire ruled too short. So
no, remember that these rules started on the 1st of January. But I heard that I heard that comment before. Anyway.
It was done. It's I don't know. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I heard that comment before. Okay, a pivot.
So Miss Smith.
Yes.
So Miss Smith.
Yes.
There's no passing distance. That means the player who try to intercept the ball, the opponent who try to intercept the ball cannot be penalized for obstruction then.
No. How you mean can't be? How you mean it can't be penalized?
No, if there's no passing, if I stand less than 3 feet and the ball is passed.
Sir, you can mark a player without the ball right beside the player, on the player back. There is no 3 feet for you marking a player. The 3 feet is against the player with the ball. Okay? Basil?
Yes, I'm listening. I'm trying to get what you are saying clearly.
I'm saying that the 3 feet does not affect a player without the ball. You can stand close to a player without the ball, but you can't have your arms outstretched to hold them back or to do anything.
But when the player make the pass, you now can put your hand out to intercept the ball.
Yes, so that's what it's saying. You can do that.
Yvette, there's somebody with a hand up.
You know, I'm not seeing that now because I have.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it. George Williams has his hand up.
Okay, can you call George then for me, please?
George, you may go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, just for clarity, you are now saying if there is a contact or a major infringement in the goal circle, you no longer say penalty pass or shot. It's just a penalty pass.
No, long time. It's penalty. Penalty. Or penalty pass, yes.
Penalty pass.
It is a penalty pass and a penalty pass in the goal circle.
You can shoot.
You can shoot or you can pass.
Yeah, I just need clarity on that. So that's what you know.
Yes, just remember, George, that a shot is a pass. You pass the ball up through the ring.
Okay.
You throw it through the ring.
Okay.
Okay. It will take us some time to. All right. Ooh.
What, miss?
Pivot. A pivot is a movement.
Miss.
Somebody. Yes.
On that rule, it now comes into coaching.
What's
because
that?
now normally we'll say penalty pass or shot.
No, that was
No,
out
you're
from
going there,
last.
it's a penalty pass. The player's going to say the umpire said penalty. The player's going to say the umpire said must pass inside the circle.
This is
Umpire will
not
say that
just
umpire
from the
said must
first.
pass. And the coach will say, why don't shoot?
This has been
coaching
there
now.
from. This rule has been there from 28. Penalty pass. That's why we showed what a pass is. So even a shot is a pass. You throw the ball into the ring. So a penalty pass, somebody stands out of play, and you, if you're in the goal circle, once you're in the circle, you can shoot from a penalty. If it's a free pass, it's a different thing. You have to pass. But a penalty pass, you can shoot. Okay.
That is Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
I just want to mention that these are some of the reasons why we have opened up this webinar to coaches also.
Yes.
So that they can understand what is happening and what the umpires are calling.
Right,
So,
and what their responsibility is.
Yes, to inform their players about these changes.
And Miss Finley, you need to take a register.
I have there's something on this.
At the end, you can see some people might come in with a different, so we can
There's
sort
a
that out.
report. There's a report thing at the end that shows the participants. My only thing is that some of them name some funny things.
Some
I don't
of
know
them
who.
might be using a tablet or a phone or
so I'm seeing Galaxy A. Galaxy A30, I don't know who that is, and
so now,
but
Ms. Finley, at the end, what we could do is ask the people who don't have their names up to identify themselves.
Okay.
Pivot. A pivot is a movement in which the player with the ball swivels either on the heel or on the ball of the landing foot while this maintains contact with the ground. Now the coaches, umpires too, please note that the pivot is either on the heel or on the ball of the foot. Okay, let's see if we can, you can tell us whether this is good or not. What's happening here? Comments? Let's look at it again.
We're only seeing you, miss.
We're seeing you.
You're seeing me? Excuse me, you're not seeing this?
No, I'm seeing Metro.
Only you are seeing me.
No, just a minute. You're not seeing the slide?
No, miss.
Comrade. Yes, comrade. That's it. Cool over here, Miss Smith.
Keep quiet.
Go back down to your share screen.
That's what I don't have. Since I give you the something, I lost all that, Miss Finley.
You still have shared screen, Mrs. Smith.
You still have it.
At the bottom.
Tap on the thing and you will see it at the bottom.
Boy. I have to go into
down the
my
bottom
Zoom.
of your
Okay, I
screen.
have to go back into Zoom. Share screen. Host disable the participant share screening. Miss Finley?
Huh?
You disabled my screen sharing, it says.
I haven't done anything, miss.
Miss Finley, you still can click on her screen and
Are you seeing
enable
that?
screen sharing.
Just a minute, please. Are you seeing that now?
No, I'm not seeing that I've disabled anything. I'm going to click share and see what happens.
Yeah, it just said to me that the host has disabled your.
Just go on and
Miss Finley, you have to give Miss Smith access as a sub host to allow her to share her.
There's an arrow beside the screen share, Finley, and you will see multiple. Click on multiple.
It's not a multiple, it's a OneDrive, Google Drive, box, photo, document, web, bookmark, share, whiteboard. Not a multiple.
There was an arrow beside it.
All right, just a minute.
You again, Finley.
Pardon me?
Disabled
participant. You're going to.
Sit there now.
We are seeing your screen, Finley.
Yeah, draw your face.
Give her back hosting privileges then.
Give her back hosting privileges, Miss Finley.
Can share.
Hello?
I want to put that. I want to put that, Mrs. Abbott. Are we there?
Can you just mute your mic, please?
You can't even get back.
Rashid?
Miss?
Not sure about what?
Someone was asking if the session was being recorded.
Yeah, but that's so corny.
So I was saying not sure.
Can you send it back this way then, Miss Finley?
I'm trying. I can't even see share screen here.
Just send it back.
Share your
because
screen,
I have a shared
Arlene.
screen, you know, but I can't do it.
You have to make Miss Smith host.
Send me back as host, please. Because it say you disabled me.
Me, sir, you send the thing to me as host now, that they make this thing, you think me know if you do?
And it says the host disabled participant.
Host controls.
Miss Finley, go back to the participants and right click on Yvette's name. Make her
Show non-video participant, show video.
Finley.
Yes.
Ali, go back to the participants list and right click on Yvette's name, make her the host.
Make host. I just did that. Do you want to change the host to Yvette Smith? Yes. I did that.
You need to stop screen sharing now, Miss Finley.
Huh?
You need to stop sharing the screen now.
What do you say?
This
you
will
are sharing
stop
your screen,
other
you need to
screen
disable it.
sharing. Do you want to?
Okay,
Oh, I took it off. Is that good now?
Yes. Yes.
You go ahead and share again now, Yvette.
Okay. Is that better now?
Yes.
Are you seeing that now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look at the pivot. All right, let me stop it and start it again, please. Toe.
Heel.
Not heel now.
Toe.
Okay, what is wrong with that? Everybody knows what's happening there?
The foot is still grounded. It's just the foot is still grounded, so nothing is wrong.
Okay, let's look again, please. It's either the heel or the toe. All right, one pivot.
The foot is still grounded. The foot is still grounded. It hasn't left the ground.
But it's not is not one. It's either the heel or the toe. You cannot pivot on both.
Both.
Let's look again.
So you're saying that's a footwork violation,
Violation, right? That's fine up to now. Even that is fine, but that is wrong now. So she has moved from where it was originally to another spot.
Miss Smith, just a question.
Yes.
She's now she has grounded and she is going in the other direction.
Right.
When is a pivot completed? Because we have to decide when it is completed. Because when she came back flat-footed,
that's fine.
That means the pivot is finished.
No, but you can't pivot again on your toe.
How she gonna turn?
Listen, look again.
So it means that when do I stop?
A pivot is one movement. You either pivot on your heel or you pivot on your soles of your foot.
And when is a pivot completed?
You can pivot 400 times if it's on the one heel. You don't like when
you can replay that video. You can replay the video with the illustration.
But when you have a little child, prep school, and they get it and they pivot and they go around and around, that's fine because they are on one heel or
on the toe. Right. Yes.
Right.
Mrs. Smith,
let's
look at that. And
yes, come now, pay attention.
When you say
land
she
on the toe and she can go around.
And she comes down.
That is fine, but that is wrong. No. Let me go again. Listen. A pivot is a movement. Look.
It is wrong from the time she put
on
down
her
the foot and
toe.
then came back on
That's
the heel.
fine. That's fine still. No, that is wrong. And notice when she moved on her heel, she has now moved from point X to point Y. I tried drawing the chalk. I tried drawing the chalk mark where they were in that and they pivoted at one end, put the foot down and then pivot on the heel and they were out of the chalk mark. You're not to gain space.
Is this new, Mrs. Smith?
It has always been like that.
But there was always a problem.
There was always a problem
with the interpretation of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because all the shooters in international competition will now have to be known.
And our shooter.
Every single one.
Yeah. Annette, that's why we are saying there was always a problem with the interpretation of it.
That's why I'm doing it.
Look here, some umpires would blow it and some would not blow it.
But if you use that as your guide, either the heel or the toe. Cannot be both of them in one action. Okay, let's look at this one.
Just before you leave that.
Just a minute, you can't stop me. Oh, you disturb me. Come, let's hear you. Sir?
Can the player transfer from the back, from the ear to the front, once their foot, they are making sole contact with the ground?
No, they can put the foot down on the ground, but they cannot now go up on the toe and pivot again. It's either the heel or the toe. Because if you have pivoted on your heel, when you go down, put it down and start pivoting on your toe, you're gone somewhere else. You have moved from the spot in which you landed. So let's look at this one again.
Walk to walk.
Is there anything wrong with that? Look again.
I walk, she walk a while ago.
Left foot.
Yeah. Right. Let's look again. Landing on her toe on. You saw both of them.
Again, miss.
She moved on her toe, then the heel. Did you notice that? All right, toe, heel. Okay.
Well, based on what you were saying, Miss, that demonstration would have been stepping.
Yeah, both of them footwork. And you cannot say stepping. You have to say exactly what the rule book says. So you're going to say footwork. Okay, sir?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
We're going to be hard on that because we need to get up to speed. All right, look at this one now. All right, look at this one again. Okay, so the foot is down. She puts it down and turns on her heel. So she didn't pivot at first. Is that clear, everybody?
Well, that should be okay.
Yes, she didn't pivot at first. She just landed and then she pivoted on her heel. Whereas this one, land on her toe, pivoted on her toe, that would be fine. But then she moved and pivoted on her heel and has reached around the other side. Okay. All right. So
she's gaining ground.
Yes, she's gaining ground. No. Who is in the waiting room now? Donovan, Vincent. Oh, okay. Now have a look at this one now. Taking a shot. Is there anything wrong with that?
I'm taking a pass.
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to put you behind the door.
Naughty corner for him. Which side are you, miss?
Look at that now, taking a shot. Are you seeing this slide?
No, miss.
Oh.
The same one we are seeing, you need to move it.
Huh?
You need to move it.
No, not seeing the new slide.
New share. Oops.
No, you don't need to share again. Just click on it on the left.
Are you seeing that now? Are you seeing that now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is she allowed to shoot?
Come again, go again, go again.
The ball was outside. She leaned on the ball and picked it up. You may do that, provided you make no contact with the ground outside the circle.
Right.
So we'll have a look. Okay, so she leaned on the ball and picked it up. Okay. Is that okay?
No.
You must shoot.
Yes, I put not touch the ground.
Beg your pardon?
I didn't say I
Please
put touch the ground.
have a look at it
Outside.
again. Have a look at it again, please. She brings it in and shoots from in. Is that okay?
No, ma'am. Her foot
No, it's not.
Why not?
Outside the circle when she caught the ball.
Either while catching the ball or landing, the shooter must make no contact with the ground outside the circle.
Outside circle.
So, granted, she jumps and she catches it and takes the leg in. She's in when she's shooting, but she was out when she caught it.
Out.
When she caught it. Yeah.
Right. Oh gosh, what's this now? All right. Can you comment on this one?
Go again.
I'll show it to you again. Yes, Ali.
Perfectly okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
There are two things that I'd like you to pay attention to. One, there she's rolling the ball to herself. Can you roll the ball to yourself?
Yes, mate.
Yes.
Can you roll
Yes,
it
you
to
can.
somebody else?
No.
Okay, so that part is right. But look at her foot. It's on the line.
Yeah, but not outside.
But not outside. Not outside.
Why?
Our foot is not outside the line, not part of
The lines are part of the circle. Our foot didn't go
Okay,
beyond
so
the
the
line.
lines are a part of the playing
area.
areas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is quite okay. Oh dear, something went wrong here, but oh. Lane pass. All right.
But Miss, she not take up the ball outside of the circle?
Yes.
She's in the circle. She's
She
in the
roll
circle.
she roll it into herself.
Yes, but she is in the circle, but at the point when she takes up the ball from the court, the ball is actually outside the circle on the ground, making contact with the ground outside of the shooting circle.
Yeah.
So why is it that she's allowed to shoot if
she's outside her circle?
Because she's
and the
not
ball is
outside.
outside?
The ball can be outside.
She is
but
not. Yes, but the ball is in contact with the ground. Her hands are also in contact with the ball on the ground outside of the circle. So it cannot be a legal shot.
It's legal, providing that.
Okay, at the same time, she was in the circle. The ball was outside. You allowed her to lean on the ball and pick it up and shoot, provided she touch the ground.
That's the first. That's the first. The first demonstration can't be a legal shot.
That can't be legal.
No, miss.
It is the.
That's not legal.
No part of the shooter's body.
Hand touch the ground.
Touch the ground.
She is in the circle. The ball is there. When you're passing a goal attack, wing attack is passing the ball to the shooter. The passer use a bounce pass and it touch the ground and then she catch it.
And what rule are we referring to now, miss?
We are talking about conditions for taking a shot. But if your ball is outside, I'm saying to you that wing attack makes a bounce pass into the shooter. It bounces outside and the shooter picks it up. The shooter is in the circle. Are you saying she can't shoot?
No, I'm not saying she can't shoot. No, I'm just looking at the scenario that you're looking at now, and I'm trying to refer to the rule or the guide as we have it. Because based on this scenario would support that some part of either her or making contact with the ground outside of the shooting area.
Which part of her is touching the ground?
Not part of her, but the fact that she has the ball on the ground outside of the shooting area can be considered as being making contact with the ground.
But how come you allow her to roll the ball to herself?
I did not allow her to roll the ball to herself. That is what I'm trying to clear up now.
Mrs. Smith, just let's look at a different scenario. If a center is on the outside and rests on the ball on the inside of the circle, but doesn't touch any part of the circle.
Very good.
The center is still deemed to be outside of the circle.
Yes.
So this particular player is deemed to be in the circle and
Yes.
not on the other side.
Good
Also,
analogy.
it's the same way, miss, that the ball can be in the air outside. The shooter, for example, from a rebound or a back,
and you stretch and pick it up.
in the air, she lands, no part of her body touches outside. She catch the ball and she shoot. It's a legal shot.
Miss, are two different things. Can we refer to the rule regarding making contact with the ground?
It is not making contact with the ground, you know. It says that the player must not make contact, any part of her must not make contact with the ground outside the circle.
Outside.
Any part, so that rule is referred to only the player and not the player and the ball.
No, not the player and the ball, because the same thing would happen when you bounce a pass in there. You bounce it on the outside and she inside and pick it up.
We just want to be clear, you know.
No, man, I don't have a problem with you wanting to be clear. That's why we are here. But just try and work it through. She can pick up the ball from outside once she is fully inside. And that's what all these are showing. Rolling the ball to herself inside, leaning on the ball.
Resting on the ball.
Resting on the ball. And all right. We'll look at that again at another time, Mr.
Yeah.
What is this now? I think we have done this one already. There's one that we need to see. That's a nice one. No, spoil it now. Okay, I think we have seen that. Now, finally, I think everybody is tired now and it's time to go have dinner. Taking a shot. If a player with the ball pivots, Miss Nesbeth, welcome. If a player with the ball pivots, the distance between the nearest part of the foot to the defender's foot may change. So the player has caught the ball facing the center circle, the shooter. She has caught the ball with her back to the goal circle. The defending player takes up her 3 feet. And the shooter pivots, so she gets closer to the defending player, reducing the 3 feet. Does the defending player have to move?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Look, there she is. There she is. Slow motion so you can see it. And she has stepped back. Let's look at that again. The ball, miss. All right. She takes up her 3 feet and she steps back. The defender must readjust. Now look at this one. There she is. She takes up her 3 feet, never trouble anybody.
That is no obstruction.
That is the obstruction. Let's look again. She catches the ball, slow motion, please. Turns around, she already takes up her 3 feet. But this player pivots and reduces the distance between herself and the defender. This one, she does that. All right, we ask for slow motion, but please. And she adjusts. So the rule says if a player with the ball pivots, yes. Who is talking?
Would she be called? Annette. And
yes,
I want
Annette.
Some of the umpires to look at it.
Coming, Neville.
Notice that when notice that when the shooter is turning, she had her hands up.
So I was
And
called
then
obstruction
she
there.
adjusted and then put her hand again. Would she have been called for obstructing on that turn?
She was defending. She was defending.
I want you to play it again, you know. Look at it.
Look.
She had her hand up, you know.
That's fine.
That's right. She had her hand up and she pulled down the hand. Notice.
And then that's fine. That's
Her hand
fine.
is up. She's turning.
What? Is this the one you're talking, Annette?
Yes. Why I'm saying that, you know, Mrs. Smith, is that once the player starts to make that adjustment on the turn, most times she's blown for obstruction.
Oh, well, we're doing the right thing now. So hopefully the umpires will see it. Quite often the defender's arms don't go down. Quite often. But I have...
As a coach, we tend to ask the player not to extend that hand, because when you extend that hand and then drop to make the adjustment, they're called.
Yeah, but Annette, this one is a little different because the umpire, the player would have...
No, man, not the second one. Not the second one. I'm talking the first one.
The first one, you know, she would have taken up her 3 feet distance, put her arms up,
and look at when the shooter is turning. When the shooter is turning, she starts to drop her hand to make the adjustment. What I'm saying is that the umpires tend to make that blow.
Oh, whether she does, even if she does.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, we'll put some stress on this one, but we thought this is important because what most people felt at first is that the shooter is there, she has landed, the defender has done nothing wrong, she took up her 3 feet, and the shooter just decided to turn around. But then when you look at it, the shooter is allowed to pivot. Once she doesn't move up her foot from the spot, she's allowed to pivot. So I finally agree.
So we must then give the defender the chance to readjust.
Yes. The defender must readjust quickly. The defender, it also needs the defender to readjust quickly.
Yes, but the umpire needs to use common sense too. If we see that the defender is making the effort to readjust, then you're not going to blow her because she's making the girl just turn around on her. So that is it. Okay, I think at this point, I had some scenarios, but I think we have done enough for one evening. And I'd like to thank you all for coming. A lot of you did. Oh, Neville. I'm sorry, Neville, you had a question. I saw your hand up.
Yes, Miss. Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
I had a question, but it was clarified in the end. But what I was just looking at, from my perspective, looking at it, I could not readily differentiate the difference between both of the video clips. But when you started playing it again, I could see it, and with the explanation from the others, it's okay now.
Okay, and it's done in slow motion. All right. So everybody continue to keep safe. Don't get too relaxed in that. Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you up. Just before people start logging off, there is a poll that I want them to do at the end of your presentation. It's just 3 questions. And I'd just love for them to just click on their screens. It will come up on your screens. Just click the answers on your screen. 3 simple questions. Just getting some feedback on the presentation this evening.
Okay, thank you.
So once she's finished, guys,
I'm
just
on low battery.
poll on the screen for you to answer
Sean,
the
I'm
question.
on low battery. I'm on very low battery now. Basil.
Okay, so Basil, in that case, you just do your...
Very low battery.
you do your thing now because we're basically finished. I'd just like to thank you all for your participation and hope that we have learned something. We have benefited from the presentation, and we will organize for the next webinar. And we'd like to thank Madam President as well for pushing for this, and have a good time until we meet again.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
Safe, everybody. Montego Bay, are you still there?
No.
I'm here from Obey.
Here from Obey.
They had to leave the location that they were at.
Oh, anyway, it was good that they could have joined us. Thank you very much, Miss Finley, for setting it up.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, Miss. All the best. Bye.
Okay, bye.
You're welcome, Miss.
Chris, is the survey in the section that says reaction? Chris?
Yvette.
Yes, my dear.
I'm not, because you are back as host, so I'm not seeing the arm.
Oh, let me see if I can get the host switched. Record. Oh, I don't know. Where share that? I'm trying to find it, Arlene. Select a window for that. I want to close this screen.
Remember to do the poll, to do the poll team.
Yeah, but is it that we log out for it to come up, or it should pop up by now?
It should pop up. You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Nope.
I see that some persons have done it already.
No, I haven't seen it yet, Sean.
Okay.
Somebody needs to guide us how to access the poll then.
PowerPoint.
Still not seen any poll.
Can is it that the poll can be sent on at a different media or something?
It would be good to do it now.
We're not seeing that poll, so you need to direct us on how to access the poll.
Arlene, you're a host now.
No, just claim it.
Huh?
Yeah, just claim host.
I see here that Netball Jamaica is host now.
Yeah, man, I just press the claim host button and that me want. I try to find the something where we do the register to do the report.
Oh, I can't help you there. So can I check out now then?
Settings.
Sean, what about the poll? Not seeing it. Not seeing the poll, Sean.
One second, Beth, you're not trying to figure it out because some persons have answered. I'm not sure why some people not getting it. Okay. Hold on, I'm still working. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sure it's not. Want to click leave, Sean? It pop up.
Sean, when you click leave, you will see give feedback.
Okay, so let's try that then. Thank you, Annette.
And then there's a tick there.
The leave from I won't find this a leave now.
Bottom right hand.
Bottom right.
You're using your phone. If you're using your phone, it may be at the top right hand.
Let me see up there live on YouTube.
Tap your screen. Just tap your screen and see if you see it coming up.
Oh, I see the cup there now, one big red one.
Yeah, but when I click give feedback, I figure if I leave the meeting, I should see it, Sean. I'm hoping.
Well, I'm hoping so as well. I mean, that's to them something.
Let's hope that happens.
If
If it doesn't happen, then we have to go do it's just like this would have been an anonymous feedback.
Okay. Well, if you don't say answer for me, send something to me, right?
Will do.
All right, give thanks. Blessing. I'm out.
Don't move it, Betty. I'm going to hang up and start the poll again and see if that works. Let me try a quick second, guys. You get it, Betune?
Nope.
No?
Not as yet. Nothing at all. Nothing as yet, Sean. I'm going to leave and then see what is that. Say if not, just send me something.
All right, will do.
We have a little thing them and make it work better for you.